fish.
So g'day folks, welcome to another PTP Fishing and to another bits you haven't seen yet video. So what that means is, yes, I have been fishing, but not doing a lot of catching. So I've got a few odds and ends for you to have a look at. I guess the first one is some of the footage from what you've just seen in the little snippet that I run before I do my intro. Had a mid-morning at North Pine Dam. Found a fish very, very early and then did it tough and then had a little bit of excitement at the end. So I'll cross to that one now and then you'll see me again in about 5 or 6 minutes, maybe less, who knows. Anyway, hope you enjoy this little snippet from North Pine Dam. Oh, yes, there's a fish. So what do we got? So I'm not prepared to call anything at North Pine because the last couple of times I've managed to catch. Oh, I've got a massive golden. Look at the size of that thing. Oh wow, what a beautiful fish. So this is kind of what I was hoping would happen is with the water coming up, fish like this guy here will be up on these edges trying to feed up before the water starts getting too cold. I just need him to come out from under the kayak. Oh, what a beautiful fish. Come on, buddy. And you'll notice that spinnerbait. That's the latest version of the willow blade single spin. So I'll show you that in a second. Just get myself to a spot where I can show you this fish properly. What a cracking fish. What a ripper of a yellow belly that is. Splashed a little bit of water on the lens, so I'm sorry if there's a bit of water on the lens. So yeah, so there's that variation. So Ray ran out of the rainbow trout skirts, so we got a real sort of a bait fish style skirt, but as you can see, that golden perch thought that was the best thing since sliced bread. So beautiful fish, really convinced. Sunny down in Victoria. Single willow blades, eh? Who would have thought? We'll get that out of him, give him a quick measure, and then we'll let him go. So one last look at that fish. 52 centimetres he is. Lovely fish. Really healthy. Obviously having a good feed up in these shallows. What's the best way to do this? Just get this paddle out of the way, pop him in the water down here. Off he goes under the kayak. What a great way to start. So I just had a couple of bites in this area, and the hard part is actually setting up a drift to fish it properly, because yeah, the wind's just blowing me the wrong way. It'll be very interesting to see whether those couple of bumps I just had, whether I can get them to come back. And we're just over here. As always, the kayak is just drifting the wrong way to what I want. Yep, there it is. That was the bite I had before. The yellow by the look of it. Oh no!
Yes, there's a fish. I don't know what sort of fish this is, but I'm fighting very strangely. Oh, I've caught a toga. Would you believe that? Oh, my goodness. Oh, and he's off.
So there you go, yet another near toga experience for me, but pleasant surprise and I guess a little bit of excitement to finish what was a pretty quiet day on the water. I've had a couple other trips since then, one of them up to Somerset Dam, and I'll just show you some images from that because it was a non-filming couple of days because I was testing products for the magazine. As you'll see, fishing was pretty tough. I think we got 3 yellow belly. The key to it is that we got some ripping red claw, like the red claw were really, really on the move. So there's somebody I follow on YouTube called Lure Loser. He was the one that sort of got me really wanting to go and get some red claw up there. Well, I found a few, which was really, really nice. Anyway, enough of that. Let's go to the final sort of few clips from this one. So this is me trying to chase a few flathead at the Hornibrook Bridge, North Pine River, Dolly's Rocks. Shout out to John Nielsen. So John sent me a message in the comments. For whatever reason, YouTube wouldn't let me look at that comment. I got an email about it. I went to reply and it just wasn't there for me to see. So fortunately, when I was on the water, I actually caught up with him. He came over and said hello, so thank you for coming and doing that. Like me, he'd had a little bit of a tough day on the water, but he'd found a few more flathead, whereas I found a few more tailers. So the idea of this video was I was going to do a little bit of a flathead 101, so there's a few tips in this as well. So I've mixed in what little fish I did catch and a few tips as well. So I hope you enjoy this and I'll catch you at the end.
There's first fish. Little flathead by the feel of it. Now that would have been the perfect tagging size fish if I remembered the tagging kits. So the idea will be to, there was a bite of some sort that I missed. Oh, I missed him again. I'd say he's pants me. Oh, and you can guess what they are. That's Taylor. So after being rudely interrupted by a tailor that pinched my tail, so let's start with the jig heads. I use a variety of jig heads. My favourite is a PML jig head, 3/8 of an ounce, or 10 grams if you're looking at the new scale. I prefer the PML jig heads, so I'm not sure whether they're still readily available. When I could get them, I bought a heap of them. Somerset Tackle used to have them on their website. They're not cheap, but it's one of the best jig heads on the market. If not, obviously TT's does a fantastic range of jig heads, and I don't mind the Storm ones as well. So 3/8 or 10 grams is my preferred weight. PML, TT, Storm, there's numerous others. But the key is get it to the bottom. I only fish lighter if I'm in very, very shallow water. Yep. Feels strange. I don't know what this is. It's having a crack though. What are you? Just one of our tailor that have been pinching my tails. One would think yes. No, trevally most probably. Oh, he's not a bad tailer actually. Get your head out the water. There we go. So that was what was pinching my tails. And now that I have a smoker, that's the perfect size tailer to take home for a feed. Yep, there's a fish. Oh, little tailer again. Try not to eat too much of my plastic, you little shit. So I've come up on the flats and I've fished that entire set of pylons along there. Not even a bite. So let's continue with the tips, and I want to talk about structure. So flathead in many ways are a little bit different to other fish. Other fish structure is, I guess, timber, rock, the pylons that you're seeing in front of you. And that certainly is the case with flathead, but it tends to be depth change, undulation. So wherever it goes from shallow to deep, or in the case here, holes get scoured out underneath the pylons. So there's just a little hole, so they'll sit in that hole and wait for the bait fish to swim past. So, you know, like you see a lot of people talking about the Hornibrook Bridge and flathead fishing, and certainly this is the time of the year if you're going to do it. But it's generally not the pylons themselves that hold the flathead. They're sitting in the holes in behind, or in the areas where once there's a lot of current. In the areas where once there's a lot of current, they'll you know, they sort of sit in the quieter water in behind the pylon where the bait fish are. So when it comes to structure, areas like this, yes, I'm fishing the pylons here mainly because of the scouring or the hole that's at the base of the pylon. But you'll see when I get down to the main body of water, you can catch a flathead anywhere because there's a lot of undulation and depth change once you get there, and that's where the flathead will sit and wait for something to swim past. Yep, there's a flathead. So he's come out and sat on it as it came up. Oh no, it's a little flounder. So they're in the same sort of spots. Flounder, very much like a flathead, will sit in those little ambush spots. They're tasty little fellas, but he is only a little fella. He's only just as big as my hand, so I'll let him go. Bloody little corner's full of tailor. Not the tailor that we want bigger ones than this one. These are the ones that destroy your plastics and come on.
So that's it for another PTP Fishing. Another bits you haven't seen yet, over and done with. I hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you don't mind seeing some of these little odd snippets that I pick up as I'm doing a bit of filming. Anyway, if you have enjoyed it or enjoy what I do in the channel, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And we'll catch you next time from PTP Fishing. See ya.